news, you know? I mean, there's a lot of attorneys who've gotten into trouble for all kinds of horrible stuff. Why is it that we're saying, oh, we can trust an attorney with this information, but we can't trust the client, the party who has not had these problems inherent? It's not like the judge is watching every email and phone call that goes on between counsel. So there's a lot of, kind of things that happen before it percolates up to the judge. Like I say, I don't really think it's an exchange of money thing that's going to work here. It's really going to be getting Justin's reputation restored without Blake completely admitting that she lied.
When it comes to Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal mess, it's turning into something way bigger than anyone expected. At first, it looked like a typical Hollywood spat, but then Blake threw down a protective order, and everything exploded. Now, with a qualified lawyer weighing in, it's clear that the stakes are sky high, especially for Justin. Blake's game plan is to make every single thing she gives to the court sensitive, so nobody can see it. But that strategy is falling apart fast. Both sides are already getting dragged into a nasty tug-of-war over what should stay confidential and what the public deserves to know. And even though some things, like medical records, definitely need protection, Blake's everything is sensitive attitude, it's setting up a huge mess, one that Justin is trapped inside. Worst of all, nobody can even agree on who gets the final word on what's private and what's not.
Well, who's going to decide this when it's turning it over? So when Blake says, oh, all of my text messages are, of course, highly personal and intimate. So therefore, I'm designating them as such. And here's the kicker, attorney eyes only.
And it only gets uglier, because Blake's use of the attorney's eyes only order, AEO for short, means Justin can't even see parts of the case himself. Let that sink in. His own lawyers can't show him all the information being thrown at him. How is Justin supposed to defend himself if he doesn't even know what Blake is accusing him of? It's like he's being attacked blindfolded. Usually, lawyers and clients work together to come up with a defense, but with AEO in place, Justin's left in the dark while Blake gets to pull strings behind the scenes. It's completely unfair.
And I'm paying for you to collect it. That's the
Yeah. So you pay me all this money, and I'm like, oh, I can share it that with you. Like, well, of course. How can I not share it with you? You're my client. I have a duty to you, and you know more than I do about the facts. And now you could be like, oh, if I saw that message, this would then unlock all this other information or inconsistencies, but I can't share it with you. It's totally screwed up. Interferes with the attorney.
But the nightmare doesn't stop there. With AEO, Justin has to put all his trust into his legal team, and lawyers aren't exactly famous for being flawless. There have been plenty of cases where lawyers screwed over their clients, misinterpreted evidence, or just didn't fight hard enough. If Justin's lawyers mess up, he won't even know until it's too late. He's basically blind in his own fight, just hoping his team has his back. That kind of unchecked power is dangerous, and it stacks the deck even more against him. Still, the lawyer says they'll eventually have to find a way to work around it. Legal battles are designed to be complicated and messy. And Blake, she might try to slap the AEO label on everything to slow Justin down, but if she pushes it too far, the judge could step in. He's not about to let this become a total circus. That being said, Blake clearly has another plan. Drag this case out for as long as she can. In battles like these, it's not just about winning, it's about surviving longer than your opponent. Both sides have the money and resources to play dirty, and it's already obvious. Neither one plans to back down.
Well, who's going to decide this when it's turning it over? So when Blake says, oh, all of my text messages are, of course, highly personal and intimate. So therefore, I'm designating them as such. And here's the kicker, attorney eyes only.
The real war? It's happening behind the scenes. Justin's team and Blake's team are already playing dirty, delaying documents, filing petty motions, doing anything to slow the other down. By the time the judge sees anything official, it's already been a brutal mess. And even though the judge can make rulings when needed, he can't watch every shady move they pull. That's why these celebrity cases drag on forever. It's not just about the law, it's about who can outlast who. The surprising part? Public opinion is swinging hard in Justin's favor. Fans are seeing through the drama, and most are siding with him. In court, public support doesn't officially matter, but emotionally, it's a huge weapon. Blake's carefully crafted image is crumbling fast. She started this, thinking she could control the story, but now, she's trapped. She's losing the public, and it's putting serious pressure on her team. Right now, Blake's desperately searching for a way to end this without destroying her reputation. Maybe she's considering a quiet settlement. Maybe she's hoping the public gets bored. But either way, there's no clean exit anymore. And Justin, he's not just going to roll over. His reputation, his career, his name, they've all been dragged through the dirt. A quiet settlement isn't enough. He needs a public clearing of his name. If Blake wants out, she'll have to give him something real. An apology, a retraction, something that shows the world that Justin wasn't the villain she made him out to be. From a legal strategy perspective, the best move for Blake would be to issue a careful statement. Not an admission of guilt, but something that shows she understands why Justin's fighting so hard.
Like I said, I don't really think it's an exchange of money thing that's going to work here. It's really going to be getting Justin's reputation restored without Blake completely admitting that she lied.
If Blake truly wants to end this without burning everything to the ground, she needs to show some empathy toward Justin's side. Even a simple, "I see where he's coming from," could go a long way. Because here's the truth, court battles destroy everyone involved. They're long, they're draining, they're brutally expensive. No matter how rich you are, fighting for years will crush your soul. That's why smart people settle, even when they're furious. Even when they think they're right. Blake's protective order, it made things worse. The fourth category she's trying to shield under AEO isn't about medical records or private addresses. It's about anything she personally wants hidden. And that's why this fight is so vicious. From Blake's side, if her accusations are true, the case is deeper than it looks. She specifically accused Justin of modifying "it starts with us" scenes to create unnecessary intimacy between them. That's no small claim. It's a suggestion of deliberate manipulation behind the scenes. She pointed to actual off-camera behavior too, flirting, private moments away from witnesses. If it's true, it paints Justin in a deeply damaging light. It's no longer just about on-set disputes. It's about trust, boundaries, and power. Maybe that's why Blake is so desperate to keep certain details private. If she really has recordings or messages, she knows they could cause a firestorm. But from Justin's side, if he's innocent, he's right to fight like hell. In Hollywood, perception can kill careers faster than any judge's ruling. And then there's the strange twist Candace Owens pointed out. Blake accused Justin of relentlessly flirting, but then said he made her feel ugly and undesirable. Which is it? If someone's chasing you, they clearly find you attractive. It feels like two different narratives, crafted for two different audiences.
News, I mean, there's a lot of attorneys who've gotten into trouble for all kinds of horrible stuff. Why is it that we're saying, oh, we can trust an attorney with this information, but we can't trust the client, the party who has not had these problems with
And it gets even messier. Another lawyer close to the case revealed that Blake wasn't exactly a model professional. She allegedly didn't read "It Starts With Us" before filming and didn't even fully understand her own character. If true, that explains a lot. It suggests Blake wasn't ready for the role and maybe misunderstood the creative direction Justin was pushing. That would make her feelings of discomfort more about confusion than real misconduct, and it reflects badly on her. Why take a role you don't care enough about to prepare for? Why fight for control over a story you barely even know? Unfortunately for Blake, her creative decisions didn't resonate with fans either. She pushed changes that diluted the heart of the story, and viewers noticed. The backlash was swift and brutal. Meanwhile, the infamous "wait" comment, it turned out to be another exaggeration. Justin didn't insult her body. He needed her weight for a stunt safety calculation. Instead of asking Blake directly, he asked their shared trainer. Totally professional, totally normal, but Blake framed it like it was something sinister, and that's the problem. In cases like this, the truth gets twisted into something far uglier. Behind the scenes, Blake wasn't just acting. She was calling the shots, demanding producer credits, creative control, wardrobe approvals at her house. She wasn't just trying to be part of the movie, she wanted to run it. And now, it looks like when things didn't go her way, she found someone to blame.
More than I do about the facts, and now you could be like, oh, if I saw that message, this would then unlock all this other information or inconsistencies, but I can't share it with you. It's totally screwed up, interferes with the attorney.
She turned on Justin. The saddest part? Justin has already paid a heavy price. His reputation, his projects, his relationships, all damaged. Meanwhile, Blake? She might walk away with some bad press, but her career will survive, because that's how Hollywood works. One side always ends up carrying all the scars.